The world has changed. After our last encounter, the plague has overthrown most of the northern lands, which has forced us to retreat into hiding for our survival. Our clan has become a highly sought-after target for them, as we were the first group to have successfully conquered one of their own. Now there's no telling how much longer we'll be able to make it before being caught or being destroyed from another unknown clan. What will happen next in our journey in this new evolved, darker and stronger world of tanks? Welcome to World of Tanks Blitz.
Au sol.
It's been a few months since our first brutal encounter with the Black Plague in the town of Malnikova. Ever since then, we have become wanted and searched for intensely by the Black Plague and many of its divisions across the land. Our Russian father was right when he said there would be no turning back. Now, we have no choice but to hide and try to keep eyes on the Plague's division's whereabouts, to be careful from getting caught, as there would be no option for life anymore for us to join them but only death. Through our tracking and spying, we've been able to find their next targets, and depending on our chances, we've ambushed their smaller divisions while trying to take over other groups, which has led us to gain new comrades, but we still end up losing many we gain, as the strength and skill of the Plague seems to be growing ever so stronger. Some groups we've saved decided to still be left alone, and all we could do is let them go as we part ways. We can only hope they'd be willing to join us, but it doesn't always work out that way. It's been a risk trying to save outsiders, as people are still resistant to trust after the fall that once tore our world apart. We approached the burning enemy tank and parked our tanks around the battle that took place to try to save another group from the clutches of the Plague. Through the smoke, we started to see a few crews climbing out of their tanks to greet and see who had helped them. We nervously climbed out of our tanks to help them and fix up some of the tanks that had been beaten by the Plague's attack, not knowing what the unknown group would say or think. The surviving leader from the group approaches us. "Who are you?" he says. "Help," we reply as we continue to lend a hand to their crew members. "Why would you help us?" the leader says in confusion among the debris around them. "Because we know what it's like to lose everything, and because we'd like you to join us in fighting the clan that just tried to take you over. The clan you had just encountered won't be the last time you'll see them. They've infiltrated most of the northern lands we originally came from, and hope to save others from them, to help fight against them." "Will you join us?" we reply in a hopeful tone. The leader looks around, as some of his comrades look up to see what will be said from their leader next. "We're clearly not as familiar with this clan, and you also must know that trust isn't earned easily in these times," the leader replies in a firm voice. We nod as silence comes between us. "Let us at least help get your tanks back up and running," we try to offer, but they politely decline. As we start to walk back to our tanks, and their group starts to work on their tanks, their leader looks back at us and speaks up. "What do you call yourselves? So if the day may come when trust can be earned, we know who you are." We stop to turn around as we respond. the Muffins. A chuckle is heard from over the save group from its members as we continue to walk back to our tanks. We've got to change that name, the Russians say as we climb back into our tanks. A voice from one of the other divisions is heard over the radio. We've got sights on another division heading east getting ready for an attack. If we're going to have any chance of saving this one, we're going to need your help. We respond letting them know that we're heading back to meet up with them as we drive off, only to see what's left of the smaller clan we had just helped save disappear into the distance. We can only hope during our next rescue attempt that we can help a group willing to join us. But at what cost? How long will our plan of rescuing work until we either get killed by another group not wanting to be saved? Or even worse, to be found by the plague whose main goal is to not only find us, but to take over the world.